Hey, it's Monday, May 17th, 2010, and I am extremely bored. I've been on vacation for less than a week now, and I'm already, going crazy. I don't know what to do with myself. It's gonna be a very long summer, unless I can get a job, and a very, long semester if I don't get a job this summer, because I don't have any money for next semester. But I got a lot done today. I'm just so bored right now. I put basically all the stuff in my living room away, which I'm very proud of myself, all the stuff that I brought home from school, it's basically away. I still have some clothes lying around in my room that have to be sorted because apparently they all fit in there last year, but now they don't fit anymore. I don't know if I got more clothes or I just packed them in there better, but I have to find places for some of the things still, and there's no more room. So I'm working on that. And I made a bunch of calls today, and I drove my friend to work, because my friend Ashley called me at 11 o'clock, and she was like, hey, I'm at my boyfriend's house right now, and his car won't start. I have to go to work at 1. Do you think you can come pick me up and bring me there? So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I didn't really mind. I needed to get gas anyway, and it got me out of the house for a little while. And then I had to call and reschedule my dentist appointment because it was supposed to be for today, but they canceled, so I had to do that. And then I had a call about this job that was listed in the paper yesterday, which I didn't end up getting, and I'm a little mad about that. Not that I didn't get it, just kind of the circumstances surrounding it, because it was a part-time thing. It said, 7:30 to 3:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which would have been perfect hours for me, that's plenty, that's enough hours. That's what, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, that's 7 hours a day, 3 days a week. That's 21 hours a day. Obviously it's not full-time, but I don't need a full-time job. Part-time is fine with me. 21 hours a day, even if you said 20 hours a day, that's still good, that's all I really need, just money. Anything to get me money, and that would get me, a decent amount of money. But, so I called today, and they wanted someone long-term, and obviously I'm not doing it long-term, I'm just doing it for the summer. And a lot of people have been, not getting on my back about this, but saying, you just don't tell them that you only want it part-time. Because no one's going to hire you only for the summer, which is true. No one is going to hire me only for the summer. But, I'm not going to lie and say that I'm only doing it part-time. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm, looking for something long-term when I'm clearly not. It's like the lady asked me, one of the things she asked me was, what is your educational background? And, and I told her, after I told her that I went to Sacred Heart, because I figured, if she knows someone who went to Sacred Heart, or she went to Sacred Heart herself, she might, not feel sympathetic, but you know what I mean? People take pride. People in Waterbury, Middlebury, Watertown, all around here take pride if you went to, or know someone who went to one of the Catholic schools in Waterbury, because it's a big deal. It's kind of you feel a sense of community. I know I feel very attached to Sacred Heart, and I would, not necessarily I would give someone a job who went to Sacred Heart over someone else, but, unconsciously it might influence you, so I figured it didn't hurt to mention that I went to Sacred Heart in case, she went there, or someone very close to her goes there or went there. And then I mentioned that I'm going to be a sophomore at Manhattanville College. She asked me where I go to school. I'm not going to lie and say I go to Post, or that I don't go to school at all, I'm not going to, or that I go to UConn Waterbury, or that I go somewhere near here, I go to school an hour away. I'm not going to lie and tell her that I don't. And obviously, even if she doesn't know where Manhattanville is, she knows it's in New York. It has the word Manhattan in it. So, she obviously figured out that I couldn't do it long term, because as soon as I said that, she goes, oh, so you're just looking for something for the summer. What am I supposed to say? Oh, no, I can't. I'm not going to lie to her. So I'm getting really worked up about this, but everybody's just why, no wonder you can't get a job. Why don't you tell them that, why did you tell them you're only going to be there part-time? They're not going to hire you. Well, you know what? Maybe it would be, maybe on the surface it seems like a good idea to lie and say that, I'm gonna do it long term. And then at the end of the summer, just say, oh, sorry, I really needed the job. I'm quitting. You know. But, you know, right now that seems like a good idea. But what if they find out halfway through the summer, huh? Then they're probably, if they don't fire me, they're going to be very mad at me. And then what happens, I mean, obviously, even if I get away with it throughout the summer, obviously at the end of the summer, when I quit, they're going to find out. You know? So then, one, I wouldn't be able to get that job back next summer if it was still available. And two, later on when I'm looking for a different job, you know, I have to put them down as my reference. What are they going to say when my, you know, prospective employer calls them? Oh, she was a very good worker, but she lied to us about, you know, working, you know, long term. She said she could work long term, but it turns out she was just saying that so she could get the job. That's not going to look very good. So I would really, you know, appreciate it if everyone would stop, like, getting on my back about the whole, you know, just the summer versus long-term thing. You know, I mean, if somebody, like, if someone specifically asks me where I go to school or, you know, am I doing this just for the summer, I'm not going to lie. If it never comes up, then that's fine. You know, like, if they never mention anything about part-time, like, not part-time, I keep saying part-time. They never mention anything about long-term versus just seasonal, you know, and they never ask me anything about where I go to school, then of course I'm not going to offer the information that I'm only doing this for the summer unless they ask me. That's different. That's not lying, you know. It's not, I mean, I shouldn't be expected to assume they want someone long term. You know, if they wanted someone long term, they would ask me. So that's different, but I'm not going to, like, lie to them. So that's the end of that. And then the lady was just very patronizing. Like, I don't know. Wait. Sorry, I thought someone was at my door. They weren't. But yeah, the lady was just very patronizing on the phone. Like, when I told her that I'm 18, I'm, you know, a college student, I don't really have a lot of job experience, she kind of goes, well, this is a very fast-paced work environment, you know, and we really want somebody with a little more experience. I mean, the ad said that you're basically putting things in boxes. Like, you're working for, like, I guess this baby gift company, and I'm basically just packaging things up. I mean, how do you have experience putting things in boxes? That reminds me of, like, it's funny because in, like, 10th grade when we took, like, those plan tests, like like those career tests, one of the questions was, I enjoy putting things in boxes. Agree, disagree, indifferent. And me and all my friends had a good laugh over that. We're like, how is putting things in boxes related to a job? We thought it was hilarious. But apparently, you know, the fact that I put indifferent to I enjoy putting things in boxes, it was a sign that I just wasn't made for this job. But yeah, she was just very patronizing, and you could tell, she just looked at me as, like, this naive, innocent little girl who, like, why was I even applying for this job? I mean, if the ad made it sound like a very simple thing, if it wasn't a simple thing, then they should be more detailed in the ad. You know, that's not my fault. You know, it's not my fault I was just calling and checking it out, and she was just very rude to me. Not even rude, that's the thing, she wasn't rude, she was just so patronizing, and it bothered me so much. So, that was that. That was my day. Now that I got that off my chest, I feel better. It felt good to yell about that. I needed to get my frustration out. So, yeah, so now that I've gotten my frustration out, I feel much better, nice and light and free, and I am back to being bored again. Great. So, I guess I'll just talk to everybody tomorrow, and hopefully I won't be as bored tomorrow, you know? So, okay, bye.